Hello, I'm Ira Thor, Senior Director of University Communications at New Jersey City University and a member of the CASIDA Academic All-America Committee. And today I'm joined by Senior Track and Field and Cross Country student athlete Stephen Hermsen from De Pere, Wisconsin, and the Carroll University Pioneers. He has been voted your 2022 CASIDA NCAA Division III Men's Track and Field and Cross Country Academic All-America Team Member of the Year. Stephen is a two-time 2021 and 2022 first-team Academic All-American. He was the 2021 USTF CCCA Men's Scholar Field Athlete of the Year and the 2022 Division III Men's Indoor Track and Field Elite 90 winner. He recently captured his second consecutive national championship in the discus, becoming a two-time national champion and a three-time All-American in indoor and outdoor track. And in the classroom, Stephen graduated this past May with an undergraduate degree in exercise science and pre-physical therapy with a 3.97 GPA with a doctorate of physical therapy programs mixed in after year 3. Now, a couple other notes. Stephen is the 2022 NCAA Division III Indoor Track and Field Elite 90 winner, as we said, but he's also an 8-time CCIW Dave Rath All-Conference selection. That's an award named after former SID Dave Rath from Augustana. So those of us in the athletic communications profession will certainly appreciate that connection. So now that we have a lot of your impressive resume unveiled, on behalf of CASIDA, Stephen, we congratulate you on this prestigious accolade. And what was your reaction when you first learned that you were going to be honored as the best of the best in your sport, the Academic All-American of the Year?
Honestly, I was pretty stunned. I was sitting in the office with my coach, and we were just kind of talking, and then the news kind of came out that I was going to be named Team Member of the Year. And we kind of took a second to try to figure out kind of what that meant. We were both a little confused. We kind of didn't know what that award really meant to us. But then once we got in contact with our SID and did some Google searches, it really just painted the picture of what the award is all about. And honestly, I was just absolutely honored and taken away the opportunity to represent Carroll.
So something of note is track and field is one of the most participated sports in Division III. From my research, more than 10,000 student athletes competed just this past year on the men's side in outdoor track and field. So can you put into words what that means to you to be singled out of all those student athletes in this sport, to be singled out as a flag bearer for your sport?
Honestly, it's just an honor. It's nice that as student athletes, we're able to be recognized as not just athletes, but students as well. And organizations like CASIDA really give student athletes the ability to be honored for more than just athletic accomplishments, because the amount of work that we do in the classroom, along with on the field or in the circle, it's more than a lot of people think about. So just to be honored, I think it's an amazing opportunity to represent all of the hardworking student athletes in all of the Division III NCAA.
And to follow up on that, I should note that Stephen is the first ever Academic All-America Team Member of the Year in the history of Carroll University Pioneer Athletics in any sport. You're the 13th Academic All-American in school history. In the men's track and field program, you're just the second ever Academic All-American. But for you to be the first ever Academic All-America of the Year in the history of Carroll Athletics, and also the first ever Academic All-American twice in Carroll sports, that's two different accolades that you are the first to ever have. You've left a legacy now. What does that mean to you and your alma mater that way?
Again, it's really just an honor. But I think it really goes to show the amount of support that Carroll University Athletics has given me, and also the support that my classmates, my teachers, my coaches, my teammates have also all given me along the way that have helped me to reach this level of success.
So you've accomplished some incredible feats in your sport. You're the first back-to-back discus national champion since 2015. You own the eighth, was a throw of 58.60 meters. That's also a CCIW record. Three-time CCIW champion, 14-time all-conference performer, and you also were a two-time CCIW male field athlete of the meet at the conference championships. On top of that, you also own 4 school records in the discus, weight throw, and indoor and outdoor shot put. So really nice resume you've built up in a short period of time in your sport. If it's possible, what are you most proud of so far that you've accomplished during your Carroll athletics experience?
Wow, that is a tough question.
We only ask the
Honestly,
toughest here.
honestly, what I'm most proud of is just the ability that I've been able to kind of shed a light on Carroll, and bring more attention to Carroll University as an institution, not only in the classroom but also on the athletic and playing fields. Honestly, I really just am grateful for all the opportunities that Carroll has brought me, and I think to put down into words one accomplishment that overweighs or outweighs some of the other ones is very difficult for me. So I'm just going to say that I'm just happy to be able to represent Carroll and represent the CCIW as a whole in all of these endeavors that I've been a part of.
And you've done them all very, very well, representing both the conference and your institution. So one question I'd like to ask to all of our National Academic All-American of the Year recipients is balancing what you've done. What advice can you give to other student athletes on balancing excellence in both athletics and academics? How do you do it?
Honestly, I think it's really important just to set boundaries for yourself. Coming in to college, I was even nervous about how am I going to balance my time in the classroom, my time on the field. I was worried that one was going to kind of take over my life and the other was going to suffer. But I had a good conversation with some of my teammates and my coaches about how to balance both the track load and the classroom load. And they said, you really just have to set boundaries, set a schedule for yourself and stick to it. And I've taken that to heart. I have a pretty set schedule every single day that I try to follow. And I think that has led me to be able to kind of balance all of the things that I'm trying to do in my time at Carroll, and also maintain a lower stress mindset during it. I won't say no stress because that'd be a little bit ridiculous, but a lower stress mindset. So I think the biggest thing is really just setting those boundaries for yourself.
That is great advice that a lot of other student athletes can certainly learn from. Now, due to the pandemic and the sport waivers that have come with it, you're still technically just a sophomore eligibility-wise, even though you just graduated in May, but you have 2 more years of possible eligibility if you choose to use it. So what is next for you? Will you compete again, or will you pursue further academics? Will you begin your career? What's next for you, Stephen?
So right now I'm actually in the Doctorate of Physical Therapy program at Carroll. I just started this past year. So I will be staying around the area, and I've had some good talks with my coaches, and we're going to try to make these next 2 years count on the track as well as in the classroom. So I plan on continuing to compete and maximizing the gift that COVID has given me of 2 more years of eligibility. So I plan on using both of those, but also pursuing my doctorate of physical therapy.
So there is a pretty good chance we may have a similar conversation again in 2023 and perhaps even in 2024 if you can.
I'm hoping.
This excellence that you've had. And speaking of excellence, nobody gets there alone. This is your chance to thank those in your life who have helped you achieve this national distinction and everything that you've accomplished in the classroom and on the track. Who would you like to thank, Stephen?
First off, obviously my parents, my mom and dad growing up, they always taught me that I wasn't going to be an athlete forever, but I was going to have to use my mind after college and after high school for my career. So obviously my parents. Next would probably be my brother. My brother has been a huge role model for me throughout my entire life. And honestly, without him, I'm not sure how much of the academic side I would be pursuing, because I've kind of just been following in his footsteps in the classroom. So I'd like to thank my brother, and then after that, it's I'd like to thank the administration at Carroll, my coaches, my teammates, my classmates, everybody along the way that has supported me and helped me not only on the track but also in the classroom as well.
We thank you for joining us today, Stephen, and it's been wonderful speaking to you. We congratulate you, Stephen Hermsen from Carroll University. He is the 2022 CUSADA NCAA Division III Men's Track and Field and Cross Country Academic All-American of the Year. Congratulations.
Thank you.